Blessings, everyone. It's time for another series of weekly tarot forecasts, and in this one we are talking all about the week starting March 20th. And to start off, of course, we are going to be talking about our card of the week, which is the universal background energy that we're each and all going to be experiencing on top of whatever you are going to be seeing, whatever sign you're going to check out as you navigate the chapters in the down bar below. Remember the way that I program and set everything up before I get down to business. If you watch your rising sign forecast, your rising sign is going to be giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign is showing you the less prominent, albeit still significant side story that is also playing out throughout the course of the week. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course engagement helps this channel out a lot. Also, astrology announcement for those of you who have not seen it yet. Pluto is entering Aquarius on the 23rd this week, and I have put out a video talking all about Pluto entering Aquarius, what it means as a transition of age, a transition of era, and what that means for the next 20 years with a special emphasis on now through 2030. So you might want to go and check that out after this one as well. I'll leave a link in the down bar below, or again, you can just go to my main channel page. So what else is going on this week? Well, we've got for our big theme, or the big card of the week, the Queen of Swords reversed. And so this is going to be a week where we may have some big confrontations or some final confrontations with situations that have been marred by wound narratives or the influence of wounded yet at the same time abusive or destructive influences. The Queen of Swords reversed represents a situation where a wound or dysfunction or toxic circumstance refuses to be healed and actually works tirelessly to keep itself open. In general readings and in personal readings, I often find that the Queen of Swords reversed will show up as a situation, or maybe even a person, where somebody who has gone through some kind of trauma or has been hurt in some way has sought empowerment by becoming the new villain or the new abuser. Well, this may not be a person or an individual in this case. Sometimes you see this kind of thing go on in family situations, or you see this go on in entire groups or communities. You might see this going on in a business, in a neighborhood, or in a friendship circle. With the Queen of Swords reversed, though, we need to be ready to take a stand against what refuses to remediate itself. Sometimes with the Queen of Swords reversed, the message is fight them back, get them out of your life, right? If this is somebody who has already decided to give the craziness and the trauma and the drama and the abuse and the hurt an identity and a name and a function and let it run wild, well, they probably aren't really thinking too much about what they are doing with the collateral damage, with all of that allowed to run wild, right? That is kind of a big deal. Karma includes collateral damage and unintended consequences as well, right? We all know that. Well, again, even if this is not a person, we may have to take this on as, is this a narrative? Is this a thought pattern? Is it a belief system? Is it a rule? Is it a function? Is it an arrangement? Something that was born out of broken is breaking more, and breaking more around it as well. And this is going to be a week where, again, we confront and get rid of that which refuses to even get better, right? The refutation of health, the refutation of function, the refutation of intelligence needs to go, and we're all going to be confronting this in some form or fashion this week. Just remember, with the Queen of Swords reversed, you are encouraged to take that stand and be ready to fight it back. So with all of that said, let's have a look and see what is going on when it comes to these weekly forecasts for each sign. Hi there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th. This week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Hanged Man, reversed. And this is going to be a week of many pleasant surprises, as a lot of plans, a lot of projects, or a lot of maybe ideals that were once put on hold, right? They were put on pause for whatever reason. They got tabled, put on a shelf, are coming back online for you. They're turning back on old conversations, offers, propositions, maybe opportunities for, growth, movement, or even money that, seemed promising. They showed up once and then they just kind of went quiet. A lot of things are turning back on during this period. And so you're going to want to be ready. Sometimes the Hangman reversed, it can show up in a way where it's kind of like, well, how do I work this in? Or how do I drop this other thing for this now? How do I rearrange myself? You will find a way, but just be prepared for some pleasant surprises and some pleasant restarts as well as some pleasant returns. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, and your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Tower reversed. And this week you may be finding out about some kind of major collapse, restructuring, or, calamitous shift going on in a corner of your professional or financial world, but it has nothing to do with you personally. This is something to keep in mind with the Tower card reversed. We experience this as an afterthought, but it's not really happening to us. This could be news of somebody getting fired, or maybe something opening up, restructuring. There could be a collapse going on the periphery, and there could be an opportunity for you to seize the day with this. However, with the Tower card reversed, you may also find you are called upon to help with something that has maybe gone wrong or has gone pear-shaped in another corner of your professional or financial world. This could be, however, a chance for you to step it up or, get into a place of prominence ahead of schedule, but it is going to be quite chaotic in this moment or as we kind of go through this week. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the High Priestess upright. And it looks like a very important ally, either known or brand new, is going to be stepping forward this week. The High Priestess always shows up as somebody who is here to either mentor us, tutor us, or even hook us up by kind of running interference between us and something that we desire, either operating as a recruiter, a matchmaker, somebody who's setting something up, but they are a brilliant coordinator. With the High Priestess upright, you're going to want to keep an open mind. They are presenting some strategies that might seem a bit unorthodox with whatever is going on here, but they are very sound and very promising for you. When it comes to your challenge this week, you do have the Chariot upright. Now, with the Chariot upright as a challenge, it's not really much of a challenge going on here at all, except for the fact that everything seems to be happening quite quickly. And you may find that, opportunity is knocking, but it's not begging, and you are going to have to be ready to give fast responses to things that are coming for you, for your blessing, but be ready to shift into fifth gear as well. The Chariot card is also about a rise to prominence, whether it is social prominence, financial prominence, professional prominence, and you may need to get ready to make some big moves with your life in order to accommodate this, right? What if we are accommodating a big project, something that's going to take more time or more hours? Maybe it's a transfer, a big move. What's happening here, though, is that you need to be ready. This is working for you, but, your life as you've kept it has got to be able to rearrange itself. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Hierophant upright. And the Hierophant upright is all about making things official or getting something set in stone that is quite secure, mutually fulfilling, mutually rewarding, as well as giving us an opportunity to guarantee some kind of permanent shift in our relationship status or stature. For a lot of you who have been maybe seeing somebody, but you're not official yet, this could definitely put us in the direction of officialhood. For those of you who are single and not talking to anybody, this could be somebody coming in with the very same relationship and family values and priorities as you, right? Because we don't have a universal relationship imperative. We all want different things, but this is somebody coming in that is a great match. And for those of you who are married or are coupled, the Hierophant card upright is indicating that something that you and a partner have been trying to change in your relationship, or something that you have been trying to orient your relationship towards, is going to be brought to you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th. And this week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Ten of Pentacles upright. And so this week, you are getting set up with new long-term structures for prosperity, wealth, abundance, happiness, and security in all circles of your world at the same time. The Ten of Pentacles is all about bringing in a new sense of richness, yes, a new sense of wealth, but also being able to have something that lasts, right? Something that's going to stand the test of time. It's not good enough just to know how to manifest stuff if you don't know how to keep it, right? Well, with the Ten of Pentacles upright, we have good things that are coming that will keep. With the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of you are also going to find that your world is going through a big polishing. Your financial world, your professional world, your home life, family life, love life, everything. And you want to be ready because we are setting a lot of new, very, very beneficial long-term trends this week. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Eight of Wands upright, and it looks like something is getting accelerated this week as it relates to an important move, transition, or maybe even growth opportunity for you. This could be speeding up your climb of a professional ladder of some kind, or this could be news of a project or a financial transaction, or even money coming to you faster than you could have expected. And a lot of you are also going to find with the Eight of Wands that something is getting moved up that was slated to be completed or get underway later on this year. But it is moved up because, well, it's a decision that's getting made in your favor. And you may get an early start on a lot of things that you wish you could have started sooner anyway. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And with the Wheel of Fortune reversed this week, you may be finding out about something that another person has not been taking care of very well, going into a state of decline. And with the Wheel of Fortune reversed here, more often than not, we have an opportunity to take on something that we would take better care of. And this could be something that you are inheriting. This could be something that you are volunteering to take off another person's hands. It is in, pretty rough shape when it comes to you, but this is something that you can make golden. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Ten of Swords upright, which is kind of weird because everything's been so overwhelmingly positive so far. The Ten of Swords is all about bringing a harsh end to a situation that's already a lost cause, that's not getting better, something that is only going to get worse if allowed to go on in perpetuity. Well, when we have the Ten of Swords as a challenge, you may be the one who has to make such calls, especially in situations where, you might be finding that you have to disappoint other people. You have to cut somebody off. You have to stop something that has been a normal in your life, or you may have to quit something, walk away from something or somebody. But with the Ten of Swords, you can rest assured, again, dragging out important transitions may not actually serve anyway. It's an indulgence with a very heavy cost. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the World upright. And so this week, All relationships for the Taurus people seem to be going through a major graduation moment, a major level up experience. And more often than not, with the World card upright, we are stepping into a brand new world, a brand new story as it relates to our love life, our relationships, or our marriage. More often than not, we are not just turning a page, we are closing an entire book and opening up a new one. You and a partner or a significant other or a partner-to-be are going to be in a space where you are finally getting down to business on some kind of big dream plan or goal. The World card upright is also indicating here that a lot of you may find that this is a week where a status is graduating here. You know, we may be going from being single to being in a relationship, or going from being in a relationship to moving in together, or moving in together to getting engaged, and so on and so forth. Everyone is moving up a notch. And if you're not seeing anybody at the time of watching this video, the World card upright is indicating that there will be somebody coming forth very, very close to where you are, right? Coming into close proximity to you, whether it's near where you work or maybe near your home, moving into the neighborhood. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th. And this week, your big spiritual theme, or your big focus here, is the Moon card, reversed, which is all about reveals. It's all about secrets coming out into the open, veils dropping, curtains getting pulled back, and a lot of secrets and advantageous shortcuts being presented to you. However, this week you may also find that with all of these things coming out in the open, we're going to need to revise our opinions and our stances on a few things as well. Not just the present, but sometimes we even get family secrets, things going back a long time, coming out with this. Finding out what's been hiding in plain sight as well as what's been kept behind closed doors is going to be a constant throughout the course of this week. And you're just going to need to be ready, because everything is being revealed because you do need to know it, and you don't want to try to force yourself to unknow it. And a lot of these things are going to be very, very beneficial for you to take on, or at least understand and to accept. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Lovers upright. And with the Lovers card upright, this is about a new win-win alliance, commitment, contract, or agreement getting made official. This could be great news for those of you that have been waiting on news when it comes to maybe an application for a new job, a promotion, or a transfer. This could be a brilliant business partnership or financial alliance already starting to show its worth and its wealth. We also have, with the Lovers card upright, some kind of new long-term plan or long-term income stream already getting formed and down to work, or down to business, I should say, and that money getting to work for you. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Seven of Swords upright. This week, you may be finding out about something going on with a friend, a family member, or somebody you're associated with that rubs you the wrong way. With the Seven of Swords, we are often, again, realizing a secret or finding out about something going on behind the scenes with somebody, and it may actually turn us off to this person. The Seven of Swords can indicate us catching them in the act, or perhaps even them trying to recruit us or confide in us or bring us on board with an activity or something that they've got going on that we believe to be unethical, immoral, sketchy, hopefully not illegal, but possibly. And, this is going to be a week where you might need to take a step back from this person, especially if you can't get them to get their head on straight. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Cups reversed. Be careful about letting your insecurities or your fear of disappointing other people or your need to please or your need to avoid conflict get the better of you. This is a week where you are going to be getting a lot of information really, really fast. So naturally, who's in your favor, what's not, and all of that is all going to be in flux. And with the Knight of Cups reversed, there can sometimes be a tendency to cling towards our biases and our comfort zones, whether it's going into la 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 mode and just choosing not to listen even though you need to hear it, or maybe even giving too much of the benefit of the doubt to situations and people that are clearly in the wrong. With the Knight of Cups reversed, we do not want to become an enabler, and we certainly don't want to block ourselves from good things just because we are attached to bad things. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And with the Knight of Pentacles, a lot of you are going to be getting into a very industrious, very enterprising, and very adventurous space with a partner, a spouse, maybe somebody new, or a partner-to-be. The Knight of Pentacles is an interesting card in love because we see the erotic tension and the romance come through endeavoring, through productivity. A lot of the times this can show up where we might meet somebody who is maybe working in the same field as us or has very, very similar artistic, professional, or spiritual sensibilities, and they're very in-depth and disciplined with their practice. This could also be somebody that is coming forward and it's like, okay, yeah, you're a good romantic partner, but you're also a good best friend. This is somebody who often brings the spouse first, metaphorically speaking, right? You kind of get the husband or the wife first and the hot boyfriend or hot girlfriend down the road. Things tend to go in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles, but in a very, very good way. And you may be finding that this is a cool chemistry to explore. This could be with somebody known or somebody new for those of you who are single or are available to new people. And for those of you who are currently, maybe seeing somebody but are not official yet, this could be a situation where things do go into a more official way, but we really do need to talk it out. And for those of you who are married or are coupled, this is going to be a time where a lot of you are going to find that your partner, your spouse, is getting a lot more invested in artistic and business projects that you have, and they're actually really, really good at what they're contributing here. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. And your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week is the Six of Swords upright. And with the Six of Swords upright, this is going to be a week where you got to be ready to venture into the unknown. There are going to be a lot of trips, a lot of moves going on in all corners of your space. And you might be finding that while your slate is being cleaned, so to speak, in a good way, you're also going to feel often like you are in foreign territory, or you are maybe not familiar with the new surroundings, the new setups, the new rules, the new, just the way that your life is organized now. With the Six of Swords upright, this is still always a very positive thing. We are actually moving out of choppy waters into smoother waters. There's going to be a lot of, relaxation, a lot of peace, a lot of healing, as well as a lot of recovery as it relates to old losses. But you have to keep an open mind. And no, not everything that you would need to normally feel comfortable may be offered up front. So this is also going to be a week of many leaps of faith. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Five of Wands upright. This week could be extremely busy for you and still very, very profitable. The Five of Wands might actually be asking you to get ready to put your nose to the grind, to be honest, because some of you may be finding that work just seems to be dominating a lot. Things seem to be shifting with your current office space, your business, or maybe a financial account that you have in a good way, but you are going to need to have your hands on the ball almost every single day of the week. This is also a time where you may be finding with the Five of Wands that you are being asked to be in too many different places at once, or please too many people, or maybe satisfy too many needs at once. And so you might need to help the people you are helping organize themselves better. And this includes clients and customers as well. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Swords upright. And this week, I feel like there may be some kind of break that you are going to be taking from a group or maybe just from an individual. The Four of Swords is indicating that you are doing this for the friendship, or you're doing this for the family relationship, or for your connection to this group or whoever this is. And it may be wise, right? Sometimes with the Four of Swords, we might be spending too much time with somebody, or it's just not a good time to be, sharing all of our interests and, kind of merging and blending as tightly as we have. With the Four of Swords, it is a bit of a break. You're taking a bit of a timeout, or they're taking a bit of a timeout, but I feel like it's just what the doctor ordered, because this space could actually be very rejuvenating for all involved. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Swords upright. And this week, there could be a point where you are going to need to be ready to confront situations where you have let painful experiences slide, either painful experiences that were inflicted on you or painful experiences you've witnessed other people inflicting on each other, and start calling it out, start confronting it for real. The Three of Swords upright often shows up where heartache or, again, hurt seems to be, pretty prevalent. And this might be a time where you have to speak up. This is also a time with the Three of Swords where you have to make some calls that other people might take as a betrayal, even though they are not. And sometimes that person is going to have to, get up to speed on what a betrayal really is versus what they think it is. But you may have to make some of those tough calls this week as well. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Swords reversed. And with the Eight of Swords reversed, this is actually very, very good news. There's a removal of some kind of blockage, impediment, or negative interference in your love life this week. This could be something going on that has been maybe preventing you from being able to maybe start seeing somebody you want to see, as it relates to those of you who may be single or available to new people. This could also be the removal of some kind of interference or challenge that has been dogging a partner or a spouse or a significant other. And this is going to be clearing the air and clearing up the energy around your relationship, your marriage, or your whole family to have this finally go. This has been something that's been clinging to or stuck to either you, your partner, or your family, your space, or your relationship finally getting dislodged. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. And this week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Five of Swords reversed. And so this is going to be a week where a lot of conflicts that have maybe been open hostilities or even just cold wars in your life are getting finally put to bed. With the Five of Swords reversed, the end of conflict, of course, means there's also going to be a lot of space, a lot of peace coming to hostile territories in your life, or maybe contentious conversation topics, or maybe difficult groups, different corners of your world that have always been maybe rife with that kind of struggle. This may also be a time where you are going to find that people are looking to make peace with you or bring peace to a situation where the hostility or the high stakes tensions have been a normal for some time. Be prepared for a lot of exhales, as a lot of these things need to go. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Ten of Wands reversed, and we have another unburdening going on. The Ten of Wands reversed is all about relief, especially when it comes to relief from some kind of financial or professional or maybe even family burden that you have struggled to work around, work with, or overcompensate for. This could be maybe a financial obligation that's been a debt or been draining your finances, maybe a project that has been too high maintenance, too expensive, too time consuming to be worth a damn, or this could be a situation where a bad schedule or bad delegation of work has been creating problems for you, or possibly even all of the above, including maybe even the release of some kind of, oppressive influence as it relates to a home or family matter. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, or other people in your life, you've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. And I feel like there's going to be news of something getting quit, getting dropped this week as it relates to a joint venture, a group, a friendship, or again, a family situation. And I'm not getting negative feelings about this. You might be happy to get this news. This could be something that is getting you off the hook, or this could be good news that maybe somebody is quitting something that you are a part of that you would like to see quit. You'd like to see them move on. You'd like to see them leave. Or this could conversely be you getting the opportunity to quit an involvement or an obligation or a commitment that you have made that has not given you anything back as an equivalent exchange. Your biggest challenge this week is the Eight of Pentacles upright. Keeping up with evolving circumstances, being ready. The Eight of Pentacles is all about improvements, upgrades, updates, but this also means staying up to date when it comes to our skills, our education, as well as our discipline. The Eight of Pentacles is polishing your whole world in a very big way, but what's happening with this is that sometimes we might feel like we are getting a bit caught up, it's difficult to stay on task, or we may feel like we are falling behind. And you don't want to let yourself fall behind with all of this going on. There's so much good going on with the Ten of Wands reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. There is no reason for any of that to happen. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Death card upright. And it looks like there is some kind of transition finally getting completed or underway this week. The Death card, as you've probably heard me say before, is never a surprise. It's not something that catches us off guard. It's the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one, but it's an ending that we do see coming. Now, for a lot of you, this can be very, very good because the Death card indicates an end to possibly a cycle or a normal that you are ready to transition from. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could be the end of the status of being single or a period of being single, for instance. For those of you who are married or are coupled, this is going to be a time where you may find that a partner is going through a big transition that they've probably been overdue to make. This could be a social, professional, or maybe even a transition that they have been wanting to make when it comes to all of the above, when it comes to their life. But they are finally catching up from where they may have fallen behind. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme, your big focus for this week is the King of Cups reversed. And in this position, this card is all about cleaning up your life, but paying attention to where things in your life have maybe been overly influenced by our attachments to other people, to other situations, or maybe even circumstances in our past. The King of Cups reverse can sometimes force us to take a good hard look at our own programming, as well as the things that we choose to enable, empower, or keep running, even though we know they're not in our own best interest. We might do this because we think we're doing something good for somebody else. We might do this because we are afraid to lose something or somebody, or we are afraid to step out of a lane we don't belong in, but we got very comfortable there. With the King of Cups reversed, it's time to challenge unhealthy comfort zones, and some of these things could go back to childhood. When it comes to material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to home and family, we've got the Ace of Swords upright, and it looks like a golden new road is opening up for you here. You've probably heard me refer to this card as the green light card or the open road card. And what happens with the Ace of Swords is that we have you getting put in the fast lane when it comes to some professional or financial growth matter. This could be a decision that is being made by a higher up at your job, a change going on in your business, your market, or your industry, or perhaps an influx of cash finally coming down a road that has recently opened for you or that will be opened for you this week. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Nine of Pentacles upright. And it looks like a friend, an ally, or a relative is going to be stepping forward this week as they have been recently leveled up or recently allowed to take an important move with their own life, their own resources, their own story. And with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a partnership made in heaven, an alliance, a companionship effort that is going to already start paying off. With the Nine of Pentacles, this could be somebody stepping forward to help you with your own work, your own life, or this could be something, an excursion that you are going on with this person, and this adventure, this quest is going to put you both in a seat of prominence. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright. Virgo, be careful about what you cling to for security, and I'm talking to myself as well as a Virgo. With the Four of Pentacles, we can often get trapped in situations that are safe and familiar, but not good for us, kind of like that King of Cups reversed. And with the Four of Pentacles, we need to know where we need to trust in letting go, especially as a challenge. And this also includes, though, on the flip side, knowing when to cut people off, knowing when to turn aside from maybe trying to please or satisfy that which is never going to please or satisfy us, or, again, support or lift us up. And this is a time where you might have to make those calls at work, with family, wherever. But it's important to give yourself the permission to make those calls and no longer cling to things, again, that might actually be keeping you small, or working to serve things that are keeping you small. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Page of Swords reversed. And with the Page of Swords reversed, there's going to be a need to pay attention to where a misunderstanding has to get cleared up pretty damn quick. The Page of Swords reversed can often show up where confusion, bad math, bad information, misinformation, disinformation is creating problems that don't need to exist. Now, this could be something going on with a partner or a spouse or a partner-to-be, a significant other, and it could be that you have to help them because they maybe accidentally drank the Kool-Aid or they're being misled, or you may be the one who needs to get some help in this situation because it could be you, or it could be the both of you as a unit. Either way, with the Page of Swords reversed, what's wrong will get revealed and it will have a chance to be sorted out. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th. Your big spiritual theme or your big focus this week is the Queen of Wands upright. And this week, you're going to be finding that you're getting pushed, but in a good way. The Queen of Wands here can often indicate very pushy circumstances, but pushy in the right direction. And you may be finding that there's a lot of help coming into many different corners of your world doing just that. Think of the treatment of the Queen of Wands as like having a high-powered talent agent, Mary Poppins, and guardian angel all shoving you at the same time. And it can get a little bit uncomfortable every once in a while, but this is all about making what could be potentially big realized as big. This could have to do with a project, maybe a work path that you're on, something that you've got going on in your spiritual path or practice, your social life, your whole family. But it's all about bringing things to their zenith, to their apotheosis in the best of ways possible. A lot of the times the Queen of Wands may also show up as news of positive interference being run on our behalf, people promoting us, lifting us up, and you really don't want to get in the way of that. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Justice card reversed. And it looks like there's going to be a revelation and a collapse of some kind of contract, agreement, affiliation, maybe even alliance that needs to go. This could be something that's not seen as an alliance or a partnership in your financial or professional world. This could be just something that you have been attached to, whether it's a person or an influence that could be like a part of several projects or a work arrangement. With the Justice card reversed, whatever is coming up to be revealed and released does need to be released, however. A lot of you may be heaving a big sigh of relief because of this after all. This could also be showing up in a home or family situation where perhaps an entanglement, a contract, or a commitment has been no good. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Cups reversed. And with the Four of Cups reversed this week, you may be finding out about a friend or a relative or somebody close, introducing something into your world that is really shaking you out of a rut and maybe even shaking up a lot of arrangements that you have made with this person or your own schedule, your own calendar. With the Four of Cups reversed, we're taking a bit of a walk on the wild side, but this is a blessing that could be seen as a disruption in the beginning, so keep an open mind. Whatever they're introducing into your space is actually going to be quite an asset. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Temperance card reversed. No longer abiding incompatibilities that are creating problems. And that can be a challenge sometimes because the Temperance card reversed often shows up when things are being forced to occupy the same space, the same road, or the same lane, and they don't belong together. But for whatever reason, they've been crammed into the same spot. This can happen in work groups, this can happen in social groups, this can happen in family, this can happen with accounts. But with the Temperance card reversed, we're seeing a lot of these things get pulled apart, right? The Velcro is coming undone, kind of like what we saw with the Justice card reversed. Sometimes this will be challenging in places where it feels like this is happening too fast. Maybe it wasn't great, but you got accustomed to the old way. Or you may even be dealing with some reactivity from other people that counted on this incompatible enmeshment to stay for their own sake. But you are getting set free this week. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Judgment card upright, and it looks like things are getting very serious in the love department. The Judgment card is all about bringing things to a head, getting ready to close up a chapter in our world here. And for those of you who are single or available, or there is a significant other, but we haven't really, talked too much about the future yet, be ready for things to start getting a lot more serious in that regard. The Judgment card upright is also indicating a lot of soul searching and a lot of very important heart-to-heart conversations. For those of you who are coupled or are married, this is going to be a time where you and a partner are going to get very, very serious about finally taking action on something that we have maybe kicked the can down the road with that could still be very good for us or our household or our family. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. Your big spiritual theme or your big focus this week is the Three of Cups upright, and everything just seems dandy as far as things go here. The Three of Cups is all about a tremendous expansion to your social life, but also more helpful people showing up and getting closer to you as that social life expands. With the Three of Cups, we see camaraderie, we see popularity, we see fellowship, and you're going to be noticing that even in spaces where you had solo projects or you were going it alone, you're really kind of getting a chance to assemble a team for pretty much anything that you want. This is also a time where people are a lot more generous with you, a lot more engaged, a lot more involved. And you want to be ready and willing to consider at least the help and the assistance people want to offer you. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Fool reversed. This week, be careful. It looks like a project, a new job opportunity, or a new financial matter is starting to show where the wheels might be getting ready to come off the cart, even if it is relatively new. This could be something that you've recently started, no more than maybe a few weeks ago, or something that is getting put on the table this week. This could be a proposition from another person, or something that has been getting cobbled together at work or with other people. With the Fool reversed, it's asking for this to get revised. It's saying, hold on a second. Again, the wheels are going to fall off the car if we take it off the lot. There may be something that needs to get worked out in a conversation, an agreement, or maybe it's just the plan is starting off on the wrong foot, or we need to go about it a completely different way. If we can, also see, is this something that we should be getting started the way we're getting it started, or is there perhaps a better opportunity that we are not seeing as far as this is concerned? When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Two of Swords upright. And I'm actually seeing a truce, interestingly enough, showing up here in some kind of conflict, or maybe an intense debate, a difficult decision getting made. You and another person that probably have been at odds with each other for some time are getting a chance to finally, put a stop to the conflict. And I'm getting from this card is each of you is taking your own road and walking far away from each other. If this is not necessarily with a specific person, this could be a group of people, this could be an account matter, or something going on in a venture where you do need to have the freedom to go your own way. When it comes to your challenge this week, you have the Knight of Wands reversed. Be very careful to stay grounded when it comes to a lot of what is presenting this week. Sometimes the Knight of Wands reversed can show up where too much positivity, too much excitement, too much high energy can create mistakes and create disorganization and all kinds of consequences for impulsive behavior, right? That Three of Cups upright is a perfect example of an influx of extremely positive energy coming your way, but we don't want to get drunk on it. We don't want to be those people that are just, they're so happy and so energized all the time, and yet they're kind of more like a smiling tornado. The Knight of Wands reverse may ask you to rethink a few starts that you're trying to carry forward, and you may also want to pay attention to where, some things may be starting or moving too quickly to be manageable, and we need to make sure that everything stays in a healthy balance. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we do have the Page of Wands reversed. And it looks like you and a partner or a significant other may need to take a moment to reevaluate something that we have committed to, or that we have held on to or embarked upon that we would like to quit. Sometimes the Page of Wands reverse can show up as a need for reversal, taking something back, walking away from something that we maybe have gotten started. And this could be something that's mutually felt between you and your partner, or you and your significant other. Maybe there's something that we brought into the home, we brought into the family, something we were trying to do with our kids, or maybe something that we set as a short or long-term goal, but nobody's really feeling it anymore. And with the Page of Wands reversed, it's important to air these things, because that way everyone can get into a space where they feel more comfortable and they're, again, not worried about having to go through something they don't want to go through with. And this could also present in new relationship opportunities as well. Sometimes we have to talk about things that turn us off. We need to be fluent in boundaries. We need to be mature. And, that means not being afraid to say when something isn't working for you, because guess what? A lot of the times people are happy to hear about that so they can have the opportunity to fix it. Now, whether this is something you need to air to a person of interest or they need to air to you, let it get out in the open and let things get worked out however they will. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. And your big spiritual theme, your big focus this week is the Six of Cups, reversed, which is all about cleaning your plate of things that were put on it a long time ago that you have carried into the present that have actually been more liabilities than assets, if we're being perfectly honest. The Six of Cups reversed is all about breaking away from past patterns or past obligations or things that we got saddled up with that have been holding us back or preventing us from having the quality of life that we want. The Six of Cups reverse can show up where we are being released from things as well as where we are getting a chance to duck out. But whatever happens for you, you're going to be breathing a lot easier for it. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. There may be some drama that gets started this week around a financial or professional matter, possibly even something going on with a family member or another household, around somebody who is, let's just say, not cut out to handle the responsibilities that they have. The Knight of Swords reversed is disorganized, the Knight of Swords reversed is rash, and the Knight of Swords reversed is often not educated enough in whatever matter they are supposed to be responsible for. And there could be some frustrations that come up this week around cleaning up other people's messes or averting a crisis because of another person's incompetence. This can sometimes happen in a situation where you have to help a project out after somebody had marred it, or there could be somebody acting out. There could be an uncooperative client or customer, or again, even a family member that is creating some problems here because of their reckless behavior, or again, uneducated behavior. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed. And I am seeing that there is going to be a point this week where you do end up letting it all out when it comes to how you are feeling about a situation where you've been blocking your own feelings, and maybe another maybe business partner or a friend or a relative is doing the same thing, because the Ace of Cups reversed is all about confronting a chronic pain or a chronic problem or hindrance to the happiness of all people involved. You and this, friend, this ally, this business partner, this family member are going to be working together to eliminate some kind of mutual enemy or mutual stressor or mutual block. However, we do need to also open the doors to communicate with each other freely about this kind of thing, because you may be also hearing about some suffering that this person has gone through, your ally in this situation, and you may also need to share it because you guys might actually be on the same page, but nobody will know if we don't open up. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Magician upright. It's time to be a little bit more selfish, Sagittarius, believe it or not. It's time to come into a space where you are allowing yourself to look out for you and yours. A lot of the times with the Magician card upright, it's all about, as a challenge, Well, making sure that you are enforcing qualification readiness in all things that are going on, as opposed to maybe just letting, the riffraff or the problem people or the unnecessary risks kind of have their way. Sometimes the Magician card upright can also put you in a position where you need to take sides, where you would like to take sides even though you've been neutral for a very, very long time. And sometimes this is about you going in and having it your own way, right? Going in and solving problems and taking over where nobody else was doing any work, but putting yourself in charge as well. Some people will take that very, very well. They will appreciate it, and some people won't. But it's going to be up to you to show your stuff and step up, right? Because being selfish can sometimes come in the form of focusing on your own glory, focusing on the highest interest of all concerned, including yourself, as well as also putting yourself in a position where your success, your prosperity, happiness, and health are your priority. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Strength card upright. And things are getting kind of sexy in the world of love and romance this week, because the Strength card is all about cutting loose. It's all about letting yourself run a bit wild. And a lot of you may be deciding to, spend some time indulging a bit of that. You and a partner, you and a spouse, or maybe a significant other are going to be getting quite carnal with each other this week. And this could be something that's long overdue, because the Strength card is also about satisfying appetites that have been starving for some time. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this is also going to be a week where you meet somebody who wants to go on such an intimate excursion as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. And this week, your big spiritual theme or the big focus is the Five of Pentacles, upright, which is all about, in this position, abandoning a strategy or spaces or situations that are only creating more harm, lack, and loss in your life. With the Five of Pentacles, there is a focus on stripping everything down to its bare bones and moving on with only what is essential. A lot of the times we are offered opportunities to get out of situations such as a bad work circumstance or a bad living situation or a bad friendship or a bad path for a project. But we might feel afraid to take the outs we are offered. With the Five of Pentacles, it's basically saying, take the outs that are offered because the rest of this is not going to take you where you want to go. So you want to be ready, okay? We have to address the causes of lack, loss, and misfortune, sure, but also change our strategies to go where the winds are and not just stubbornly hope that you can fix something that is too broken to fix. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. And with the Ace of Pentacles, we are seeing an out going on here with some kind of really cool new offer, new beginning getting underway. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a professional or financial gift that is a gift that keeps on giving. And a lot of you are going to be put on easy street if you take the time to explore what is being put on the table. This could be a new job offer, a new source of revenue, a new living situation, or an adjustment to a present living situation, or an account that you have. This could be even an opportunity for you to get promoted or take on some kind of new role, which is expanding a revenue stream that you have. You do not want to be set in your ways this week. Keep an open mind and see what's up. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Nine of Wands reversed. And it looks like a wall is coming down between you and somebody you deeply care about in a good way. The Nine of Wands reversed can often show up where locked doors can now be opened. If you've been feeling cut off from an important contact, a friend, an ally, a relative, this is a week where that cut off is no more. And maybe this is something that will get further expounded upon as you guys catch up and reconnect. There could be a bit of a reunion here. If somebody has been sort of out of circulation or out of reach, even though we needed them, the Nine of Wands reverse is also indicating they're back in the picture. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Six of Pentacles upright. Accepting help and investments in yourself that are coming to you, right? Accepting offers, paying attention to what is coming to change your world for the better, and don't reject change just because you're afraid of change. That is a challenge sometimes. With the Six of Pentacles, there is always an influx of new wealth, abundance, happiness, and security, on the condition that you be ready to orient yourself or change a path or change a way that you are going about your world right now in order to secure it. See what you can do to make it so. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Ace of Wands upright. And with the Ace of Wands upright, this is going to be a time where a lot of you Capricorn people are seeing that you and a partner are accelerating progress in this relationship towards something that we thought we were going to have to wait a really, really long time for. The Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning, a new lease on life in your love life. This could indicate something starting in a partner's world that is enabling them to be more free, to maybe go down a new path with you, or to finally embark on some kind of new journey with you. The Ace of Wands is also indicating some kind of big project or influx of wealth coming to you and a partner as well, which is changing the whole relationship dynamic that you have. For those of you who are currently single or available to new people, all of this seems to be coming with a new partner or partner opportunity this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Sun card reversed. And this is going to be a week that's all about uncomplicating things that have been overcomplicated. The Sun card reversed is still a very good card because it's all about bringing in peace, bringing in lightness, bringing in relaxation, wholesome simplicity, especially in things that have been overworked or over-challenged, overburdened, and also just lightening everything up. The Sun card reversed, however, does also kind of do a number on some of the more problematic, shadowy, or let's just say unhealthy influences of our world. You may be finding that the purification focus of the Sun card reversed may be making things very uncomfortable on certain people or certain influences around you, based on the fact that, well, whenever you shine a purifying light on something that is unhealthy or corrupted or defiled, it tends to just burn away all of that and leaves what else is there. That might not necessarily feel, too great to watch, but your world is getting cleaned up this week in a big way. And a lot of the times with the Sun card reversed, again, it's just getting rid of the densest, darkest, most unhealthy things. And again, bringing in some uncomplicated, very sweet, and very loving energy alongside it. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Three of Wands upright, and it looks like there is going to be some kind of big break you are getting this week. The Three of Wands is indicating that something is ready and raring to go. Something that you have been looking for has either been found or is now made available and affordable. This could be something that has to do with maybe a new source of money, or something that you have been kind of putting your feelers out there for anyway. Maybe you've got friends or allies keeping an eye out for you. But there is an important discovery that you're going to get to cash in on. This is also a great time for those of you who have maybe been looking to bounce in some way, maybe out of your department or out of a certain status, or maybe even make a physical move, because the Three of Wands upright is saying, all right, it's all systems go. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Five of Cups reversed. And this week there may be some kind of recovery or some kind of replacement activity going on. The Five of Cups reversed is all about making up for some kind of loss. Now, this could be that you and a friend or somebody from your past are making up after a rift, a falling out, or maybe nothing bad happened between the two of you, but, some distance was put there for whatever reason, and we're getting our buddy back, or we're getting our ally or our family member back. For some of you, this could be not necessarily that, but a friend or a relative or a family member is replacing something that you had lost once upon a time. Now, they might be getting you something brand new and upgraded, or they may be offering to replace something that you didn't think was replaceable, and yet at the same time, here they go. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Nine of Swords upright. And the Nine of Swords upright is all about getting over anxiety about positive change and negative change, any kind of anxiety in general. The Nine of Swords is indicating a lot of things that are coming to you this week are going to be freaking you out, because you're going to be going against all kinds of different beliefs that you had, and that cognitive dissonance is going to be real. The Nine of Swords can also indicate sometimes a need to face a fear in the hopes of, or as a cost for, achieving something that is truly going to bring you happiness. Sometimes we have to face a fear of public speaking, right? To make it big, we have to face an insecurity to get a promotion. We have to get over a complex for love. We've got to get out of some kind of entrapment we've put ourselves in or allowed another person to put us in order to move forward. And you're going to need to be ready to face these things this week, because you're obviously making a lot of big scores. We don't want to be too tied up with the panic of the Nine of Swords to be able to do anything with them, or too distracted to even notice them. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Star card reversed. And with the Star reversed, we've got some really good news that is setting up almost like a whole new timeline, a whole new story, a whole new journey for you in love. The Star card reversed often shows up where we kind of take a new relationship story, a new lifestyle, a new quality of life for a test drive. And some of you may be finding that you and a partner, or you and a spouse, are getting a chance to take your relationship and move it into a whole new world, whether this is a whole new sense of status, a whole new sense of class, creature comforts, maybe all of the above. The Star card reversed is also indicating that we are starting to hit pay dirt with something that we've been working really, really hard on, and we're going to be ready to cash in on this probably towards the end of July, beginning of August of this year. For those of you who are single or available to new people, this is an opportunity to take a new relationship opportunity for a test drive. See what it's like to be with this person in the way where everything is working perfectly. And while I don't necessarily see this, kind of creating a full-on commitment right this week, as we get towards the end of the month, things are definitely going to be going in that direction if you want to stick to it. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting March 20th, 2023. This week, your big spiritual theme or the big focus here is the Ten of Cups, upright. And this week, you are going to find that a lot of stories that you have been taking part in are all coming to a close. The Ten of Cups is all about closing things up in the happiest ending possible and getting started on many new journeys all at once. In fact, the Ten of Cups is also indicating that this week, a lot of long investments or long strategies you've taken part in are also going to be showing payoffs. Big time. The Ten of Cups can also put you in a position here where you are noticing you are changing environments, work environments, home environments, social environments into something that makes you finally feel at home in the world as we move through this week. Everything is changing for your happiness. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you have the Three of Pentacles reversed. And with the Three of Pentacles reversed, this is a week where some of you may be deciding it's time to part ways with either a group, an account, or maybe a financial or professional plan or path that you have been on. Some of you may not be parting ways necessarily with the whole agenda, but you may be noticing that there are some problems going on with a group, with a few alliances that may be fractious at best, or a team situation that is going on through a breakdown. Some of you may be firing employees if you have employees. Some of you may be deciding to go no contact with customers or clients. But the Three of Pentacles reversed next to that Ten of Cups is saying this is all about you also cleaning up your world so that you don't have to worry about liabilities in plain sight or even hiding in the shadows. The Three of Pentacles reversed is also indicating a lot of you are going to get a chance to break away from something that you can't fix or that you can't take care of anymore, but you have to be willing to swallow your pride and accept that. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Wands upright. Here comes the guy with the hookup. The King of Wands is all about help coming in to put you in the fast lane when it comes to your own growth or maybe a special accomplishment or an aspiration you would like to realize. The King of Wands can sometimes show up as a friend or an ally that is not only helping us to speed up developments here, but is maybe even giving us some kind of special tool or shortcut we can put to use right away. Sometimes the King of Wands will also show up as somebody who is helping to lead us out of a situation that we have been lost in or at a loss with. When it comes to your challenge this week, you have the Eight of Cups reversed. Failure to launch. Be careful this week, Pisces. Everything that is showing up here is already saying, look, you are getting delivered from where you have been made to stay or made to wait for a long time in many different corners of your world. The Eight of Cups reversed as a challenge can often indicate a need to be careful about staying put or trying to see something through to the bitter end, even though there may not be an end and only more bitterness. Sometimes you have to know when it's time to get out of the car and get into a new car. Sometimes you have to know when something has come as far as it's going to go, or it's already past its zenith, its apotheosis, and it's time to move on to something new. Every once in a while we get help like the King of Wands upright, but we don't want to refuse the help that's coming our way. The Ten of Cups is all about, new opportunities for long-term happiness, but it's not going to come into some of these dysfunctional circles or environments, as they are. It's not coming to fix the broken, it's coming to get you out of it. When it comes to love and romance and partnerships, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. And the message I'm getting from this is that a lot of considerations, a lot of options, a lot of priorities going on in this part of your life that you've maybe left up in the air, that you have kind of surrendered, so to speak, that you've not been able to make up your mind about, are finally coming down to earth and sort of setting the stage for you, so to speak. It's almost like your mind is getting made up for you. For those of you who are currently single or are available to new people, but you've been maybe seeing multiple people, this is where, the herd is kind of getting thinned out a bit. And you are getting into a spot where, yes, a new committed relationship is definitely on the table. And if you've had a hard time making up your mind about maybe who you want to be with, what kind of person you want to be with, or if you want to be in a relationship at all, a lot of outside circumstances are going to help you make up your mind, if not make up your mind for you. For those of you who are partnered, married, or have a significant other, or a person of interest, the Two of Pentacles reversed is doing the very same thing with your guys' future, especially when it comes to big considerations for the short and long term that we have also left up in the air. Maybe we've been spoiled for choice. There's too many things kind of occupying us right now, or we've not been able to make up our minds, whether these are big decisions or little decisions. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles reverse can also indicate that a lot of fluff, a lot of distractions, a lot of unhelpful inclusions when it comes to all of our plans are also getting pushed out, right? Thinning the herd in that respect. And your world is getting a lot more organized by force, it seems, but in a way where things are going to make a lot more sense, and you and a partner or a partner-to-be, a person of interest, are going to have a much clearer road. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.